the Pan American Highway, a route that goes from Alaska all the way to Argentina. If you Google it, you'll get a lot of results that describe it as the longest road in the world. Apparently even Guinness World Records claims that it is the longest motorable road in the world. Except it's not true. The Pan American Highway is not the longest road in the world. And I don't really know why everyone keeps putting these claims out there that it is, because if you keep reading the headlines of all these articles that say Pan American Highway, longest road in the world, it would lead you to believe that that road is continuous, right? There's one road, you can drive it all the way from Alaska all the way to Argentina, except you can't. And it's all because there's a tiny little 60-mile break in the 15,000 plus mile road. And that little break is in between Panama and Colombia. And it's known as the Darien Gap. The Darien Gap.
The Darien Gap. The Darien Gap.
To get around this lack of road, most people take either a plane or a boat, although it is possible to cross on foot. I'll give you one guess to figure out which route I chose. Yeah, I'm here at the start of the Darien Gap, crossing the bridge to get across the river. I'm gonna cross this thing on foot. Just kidding, I'm not. I'm gonna take a boat because I'm not that crazy. So this is the official start, or really probably the end of the Darien Gap for most people since they're coming the other way. I'm standing on this kind of rickety suspension bridge. That way is the town of Yavisa and has a road and you can take it all the way to Alaska. This way, across the river, it leads to just some footpaths that go into Colombia. It's like 60 miles of super dense jungle. All of the migrants that are doing a land crossing from South America have to come through this jungle right behind me. And if you do any kind of research about the Darien Gap, it sounds like the most awful place. It was from here where I began my journey to Colombia. First having to backtrack to Panama City by hopping on a truck to the next town, then getting on a bus that would take me the rest of the way. Well, a bus just rolled up going to Panama City. Everyone started putting their stuff like underneath the bus, and then the driver was like, "Oh, there's no room for your bike." It's like, cool. It's like one of the first people here waiting for the bus, and seems like you gotta just, right when the bus gets here, just go berserk and bully your way into getting your stuff onto the bus if you want to make it on. So that's what I'll do next, whenever the next bus comes. There was no space for the bike underneath this bus either, but there's space in the seats in the back, so that's where it is. And I am successfully on my way to Panama City. In Panama City, I boxed my bike up, put it on top of this car, which took me to the port a couple of hours away, where I then put my bike on a speedboat. That speedboat then took me to a sailboat, which was going to be my home for the next several days as we sailed to Colombia. Our route took us through the San Blas Islands, a group of more than 350 picturesque islands off the coast of Panama. We spent a few days island hopping, getting to snorkel, playing beach volleyball, and relaxing on the islands.
So far.
Well, I'm officially off the boat in Colombia. Passport is stamped, bike is put together. I'm ready to get riding. I've already lost probably 10 pounds of sweat in the hour that it took me to assemble this thing. It is so hot here. But I'm in South America. All I have to do now is just pedal for a long distance and I'll be in Ushuaia. So I'm changing the ending of these videos just a little bit to explain to you some of the things that you can find in the description of this video. There are different ways that you can follow along with my trip and also support me. One of the things that I'm trying to do with this trip is raise money for a charity called Save the Children. They do a lot of work with kids in a lot of the countries that I'm traveling to, and I think are an organization worth supporting. So you can find the link to that charity, or really to my fundraising page for that charity. I'm trying to raise $5,000. I'm not quite there yet, but any little bit you could help me with, I would greatly appreciate. I think if every one of my subscribers donated $2 or $3, I would be there, it would be done. So it's not a lot of money if a lot of people help contribute, and it would really help me and also help them. If you want to follow along with me, I don't post to YouTube as often as I would like, but I do post to Instagram a lot more often. My main account for this trip is one called PeaksxPedals. There's a link in the description there. I'm also super into photography. I like taking nice pictures of all the places I'm going. I also have another page on Instagram where I upload those photos. That account is Fat Nomad. You can find links to both of those in the description. If you don't have Instagram, good for you. Please keep it that way. But you can still, if you still want to check those out, I think you can click on the link, and even if you don't have Instagram, it'll open it in a web browser and you can follow along and see pictures and stories that don't always make it to YouTube there. Another thing that I update every now and then is a Google map, and it shows the entire route of exactly where I've been and shows the last spot wherever I updated it. So kind of where I'm at somewhat currently. I update it every week to 2 weeks. So if you haven't seen it move in a while, I'm just taking a long break. I need those every now and then. But that link should not change. So you can just bookmark it, and then whenever you want to see where I'm at, you can just click it. Yeah, I try and keep it somewhat regularly updated. Also, if you want to support me financially, I have a link to my Venmo account. I think it probably only works if you're in the US and also have Venmo. So any amount you would like to contribute to me, I would also appreciate it. If you don't have Venmo and you want to send me money, just send me a message and we will work that out. I will figure out a way of how to take your money from you, so just let me know. If you have any millionaire friends, also let them know. Now it's not the best time to keep your money inside a bank with all the bank failures, so it's probably just as smart of a move to give it to me. I will hold on to it and definitely give it back to you whenever you want. One last way you can support me is to subscribe to this channel. You just have to click on the red subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It's literally takes no effort on your part. And what it does for me is potentially provide me more ad revenue from YouTube. I don't make a whole lot, but the more people that are subscribed means the more money I can make. So that's a really easy way if you don't want to give me money and if you still want to support my trip. It's really the easiest, fastest way, and there's no reason why you shouldn't do it. So if you do that, I would also greatly appreciate it. And I think that is everything. I'll make sure to still roll the credits at the end because several people have reached out and told me that they really enjoy seeing all of the hardworking people that contribute to these videos. So anyways, thanks for watching.